What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of NTG Builds. Yeah, dude. Dudes, it's the next day, and here's the results of our powder coating. Because this is cast iron, it's kind of pitted and not smooth, so it has some rough spots that you have to go over multiple times. And they had said I was gonna have to do it like right here. That was just weakly sprayed. I didn't spray that good enough. So, and the same thing happened over here. And it must have been because it was dark and I could not see everything exactly like I should have, or needed to. So what I'm doing right now is I had some of these plugs pop out, and as you can see, this one kind of damaged right there, so I cleaned that off. And then we're putting in the plugs that fell out. And then also, I had these that I covered here. When it got hot, it just slipped right the freak off. So we're gonna throw in a smaller one. And the reason we're doing that, sorry guys, I had this bolt cover on here so I can get this off when it comes time. These slid right off when I put them in the oven. So what we'll do is we'll put these blue ones on there and just jam them up on there nice and good. That should be good. We'll come in here, recoat it. The oven's preheating right now, and this system's really easy to do. You know, I suggest you guys try it. Metal can is awesome. This is more awesome. And the match, the color match to Tiffany is freaking fire, guys. Look at that. I mean, it's dead nuts perfect. And so, I'm really stoked. We're gonna get on to the next step. Ground or to anything else. So hopefully that's smart. If you see this video, then it worked. If you don't see this video, then it didn't work. So we're gonna get onto it now. I've got that hung. We went and replugged the holes. We're gonna get this powder coated. So let's get going, guys. This stuff is really cool. But I'm gonna spread these two apart on the ladder. The reason I used this ladder is because this is fiberglass and it doesn't conduct electricity, and they warn about getting shocked if you accidentally touch the thing that's connected to it and you get zapped. So I didn't want to do that. So I used this, and I thought I had it pretty clever, but having them so close to each other allowed me to get shadows in the fresh pow. So I went and connected a jumper here. So now these are two connected, but this is still not, you know, connected to the. I wanted to give you a little rundown on this Harbor Freight powder coating machine. I wanted to get an Eastwood, but they're sold out, and even Eastwood's website says they don't know when they're going to have them made again. And it's probably made by the same freaking company. They just powder coated a different color or use different plastic or whatever it is. But this thing was like 72 bucks. Warranty added 13 bucks, so it's amazing. Super easy to use. And you want to do it in this order. So you'll take your ground lead and you want to ground that off to your piece. A lot of times you'll do it directly, but because I have this connected and this is metal, it conducts itself, right? I could probably get a better, stronger if I put directly onto here, and I'll experiment with that, but that's what all this is. Then next, you got your foot pedal. You take your foot pedal and you put it down near your spray area, which is great. And then you've got your air connected to your water, your airline dryer right here. This is disposable. You can get them new somewhere. I'll figure that out when I need to. And then before you plug it in, you connect your powder to here. You could probably start the process with connecting your powder to here and then this, but I did not do that. So I'm gonna set you down, a little low angle view here, but that should work out pretty nice. So this is our special powder coat, the Tiffany blue. And you're supposed to clean this really well in between each. So you gotta wiggle that hook down there into the powder and then go backwards until you get to click in. And then just gently snug it up. And now here we go, we're good. So now with that plugged in, we'll go ahead over here. Now this has to be plugged in. If you're using an extension cord, the extension cord has to be plugged into an outlet that is grounded, or you're gonna kill yourself. And we don't want that. So I just need to make sure, oh, a plug did fall out here. And I seen it laying here and I'm like, that shouldn't be here. And I should also, oh shit. So you also don't touch anything while there's power to it. And you also, here guys, oh dang. You want to disconnect, and when you disconnect it, as long as it's not plugged in, remember, not plugged in, you ground it out on that. So that'll discharge anything that's stuck in the capacitors inside. But let's go ahead, see if I can sneak this in here. I'm supposed to have gloves on, but I don't. So all right, we'll reverse this process here. The ground lead, we'll go back and plug it in. I need to get a chest mount and a GoPro. So we'll make sure the compressor is on. It's supposed to be set between 10 and 30. So we'll give it a little, okay, so it's right at 20, should be good. That is important is we wear our mask. So I gotta go grab that from out back. Be right out. Guys, you're gonna wanna wear a mask and goggles while you're doing this, a charcoal filter while you're cooking them. But this is for paint fumes and other stuff. It should be good. If not, it's better than just breathing it straight in. It has to. And gloves. But they said vinyl gloves. These are black nitrile gloves. And since they work on your phone screen, I bet you can get shocked through them too. They said vinyl gloves, and I have them somewhere, but I just moved here. So we're gonna run the risk and just not touch anything. But definitely spend the $5, get the vinyl gloves. I have them somewhere, I don't know where though. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. We'll do a little desktop to test it. That worked. So it's as easy as this, guys. Hit the pedal. And coat. And then just lay on that pow-pow. And giving it a little agitation. Seems to be working better. You hear that? I got a little close. I was also doing it away from the wind. And so that might have been part of it, guys. But look at that, you just give it a nice dusting. Probably don't want to have your garage door open. As easy as that, guys. So we're going to come over here, turn this off. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to, since we have an extension cord, we're unplugging it, but the capacitors still have power in it. So we're going to come over here, take this off, and like I said, you'll ground it out on the tip. Then we're gonna go load these in the oven right now. I'm just setting it down on the ground. And then let me go check the oven and I'll be right back. Back here. look at that. It's at 430. Oven's good. So we're gonna just go back up here and get our parts. One down. Bottom of that thing, deal with it. One, if it's still there after this cooking, then we'll deal with it. So it's been 20 minutes. It almost looks all the way, but it needs another 5-10 minutes, it looks like. But again, wear this thing, because those fumes are freaking really bad. Alright guys, it's been 20-25 minutes. This one's almost done. This one's almost done. So guys, the reason why it's not coming out exactly when the timer says it's supposed to be is the stove's outside. It's probably, I don't know, it's probably like 60 degrees, so that shouldn't really be a big thing. But also, I'm being told that I needed to have preheated the stuff before I sprayed it again. Somehow that dissipates the charge from before, or something sciencey thing like that. But the other reason I think is because it's cast iron, it's thick. It's the metal on the inside isn't whatever the outside is until it is whatever the outside is. So it takes a while for that to happen, and it'll constantly be cooling down the outside. The inside's still ice cold. So I'm thinking that's going to be probably what it was. So before I spray my next set, I will preheat them in the oven to maybe 100-120 degrees. Take them out there, powder coat them, bring them back in here, and that should get us more consistent cure all the way around it. But we're learning as we go, so that's what we do. We learn as we go. Dudes, we're back. The oven has cooled down, and so have the knuckles. And we're gonna bust them, break them out, bust them down, take out all the plugs, clean up the little scruff and slough and, you know, extras. We'll hit them with however we do that. But these things are looking so freaking good. The color, the match, is on flipping point, boys. Look at this, guys. Perfectly matched Tiffany blue, and now they're powder coated. So this is a huge level up right here for us in our manufacturing and our product production. Being able to have this, and then now I'm going to be able to offer you guys custom color Fodros too. Custom in, you know, relative to the colors that I have and that I offer you guys, but there'll be an extra charge, obviously, but we'll be able to do it, and I'm super happy to take care of that. Like every time I weld up a little bracket here, I can just powder coat it. And I'm gonna get matte black and white, matte white, so I just have that all the time, so whenever I make anything, boom, get it done. But these things looked great. I'm gonna get these ripped off, we'll throw it up on time lapse, so you can just see the breakdown of it and then how I go ahead and clean off that. As you can see, that's just some buildup. I wanted to get a nice heavy, you know, coat on here, and when that happens, sometimes you get a buildup. And then this stuff should peel off, because I imagine if you just kept putting this into something else with a different color, you know, so we'll keep all these for this stuff and so on, but we gotta keep them clean, I imagine. I don't know, we'll go through it. I'm yammering on. We got them all stripped down, cleaned up, and ready to go off to the customer. This is how they're gonna go off to the customer. I've already spoke to him. He is local, so he's gonna be coming to pick this up. He picked up these, a FODRO, and a shift knob, and then we're gonna be welding his diff for him too, which is really cool. He's getting into drifting, and I'm so stoked that he chose NTG Builds products to get him out there and get sideways. It really means a lot. But yeah, these things are looking beautiful. We'll get the space cleaned up, and I'll come in for some beauties. This is going to be a two-part series, I'm pretty sure, because it's going to have to be longer than it is than I like my videos to be. So maybe we'll do a part 1, part 2, split it up into 2 days. But thank you guys for checking us out. I am really pumped that I stepped it up and did powder coating. The color match could not, like, you couldn't get any better. And I am so flippin' happy. These things look amazing. The quality of the product going out to the customer is just leveled up, huge level up. And I'm really pumped. So thank you guys for joining along. If you like this stuff, consider subscribing. You get to see more of it. Hit me in the comments, let me know what you think. Tell me about some of the stuff you guys are building. Ask me about some of my builds. I know I've been promising you guys a Tiffany build breakdown, and I will get that out here. It's just, I like building more than I like filming, and I like to film my building for you guys, so it takes up most of my time. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'm NTG Builds. This is Tiffany. New motors coming really soon. Another video. But check out one of these over here, down here, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.